Okay, everybody, we have a things upload. This is not a drill. This is happening. This is legit. And we have a new things video, which means we all got to get together to watch this one right here, right now. Teck Conneck is the new video from things. 15 minutes of a YTP, which is a real treat. You know, often we do get sort of longer videos from things, but I feel like they're not normally this long. So this is quite the treat, I'd say, for us. So yeah, as always, go check out the description to support things, as it is imperative we always do that and support the original creators of these videos. But if you would like to help me out, then a comment, subscribe, and like, all that stuff helps me out with the algorithm and is much appreciated by me. So yeah, and if you're a long time viewer, then thanks for coming back and checking out more videos. And just to give you a heads up, if you are coming back, I will be gone for the next couple of weeks for my birthday trip, so no uploads for a little while, but enjoy the ones you've got coming at your sub feed when these come out. So yeah, but for now, we're gonna get this one going and checking it out from things. I'm super excited. Let me know in the comments some of your favorite parts, some of your favorite things videos in general, and any suggestions you'd maybe want me to check out as well. But yeah, let's get on with it. Let's go and have a great time.
Watch this video. This is a minivan.
Oh my God.
The best minivan. Toyota made every single one of these a minivan. The best kind of mini vehicle out there, according to everyone. In doing so, Toyota mini more than a few vans. But they also released a minivan, according to no one. This thing has gotten shockingly mini over its life. This
I have a feeling we're going to see the other car guy in this video.
Newfangled, gargantuan vans. This is a minivan. It's even a mini wheel drive, according to a Honda.
Okay.
And it's a minivan. And it's a man. The Toyota Sienna can actually produce 888 horsepower. That's many horses. By the way, you see, engines produce wild horses. This minivan only needs about 30 miles an hour.
Wow, 30
You can get that out of exactly one. Now, I know this might sound odd. That is why your car has horsepower. You need it, according to me.
Okay.
We begin our journey at a Weeby gas station in Ham, Indiana. I'm going to take the car through a car wash, and I want you to notice that the car does not need the car wash. I will explain why in due time, but I want you to notice a very slow bird at the end of the car wash.
Yeah,
Let's first look at what the thing is actually doing with the help of this scan tool. Why'd you stop? You weren't supposed to stop, you bird.
Okay.
The slow bird of a thing that it is, ruffled more than a few feathers.
Nice.
But this bird has another pretty huge Toyota sleeve. It can tweak.
Wow.
Pretty clever.
Pretty
And then
good.
it decided to fly. This may be a mistake. And then it decided to poop. Just before the end of the car wash. This happened. I will explain why in due time. But now I need to take the car through a car wash again. And I want you to notice that it's not really working. That's because the car was in the wrong car wash.
Oh.
I will never explain why, not even in due time.
Not even
but
in
I want
due
you
time.
to notice, and I want you to notice that I want you to notice me. Okay, I've got a lot to unpack here. Now that I'm actually moving, I've got a lot to unpack here. If you'll permit me, one of the things I'd like to unpack is this. Well, if you've been under the impression that I've only covered the catalytic converter and a mechanical converter and a mechanical internal combustion conversion engine covered, that's simply not true. Nope. There's no such things as a catalytic converter, or a transmission, or a fuel tank, or a CAT, or a catalytic converter, or a mission, or a fuel tank, or a catalytic converter, and a engine. Okay, it's time to get something to eat because I need actual nutrition and not just a collection of hot cakes. But I'll get back to that.
Okay.
Right now, here's some actual cake batter. It's the special sauce.
Wow.
But it could be better. The batter could be better. Batter. But here's the problem. Sauces don't matter.
Oh.
The special batter don't matter. This is the problem. That's all just icing on the cake. Batter. Well, it could be butter. And that's the special sauce, which is also inherently saucy and thus should
die. I love how things can just make someone say anything.
Here's the other problem. I keep getting thirstier and thirstier and thirstier and thirstier and we can't have that. This is the crux of the other problem. The fact that sauces don't matter doesn't really matter. The special batter. That could be better. Matter. Doesn't matter.
Oh my
compared
god.
to my sudden need for
the butter doesn't matter. I gotta hear that again.
this is the crux of the other problem.
Say
The
that 3
fact
times
that
fast.
sauces don't matter. Doesn't really matter. The special batter. That could be better. Matter. Doesn't matter. Compared to my sudden need for power. I want all 245 horsepower this
Actual cake batter.
can offer. Or 2. Well, first of all, that's not a lot. But because of the power boost that I need, I will frankly take anything except for the beef since I'm and before.
It's
Okay.
not worth dwelling on this.
I could very well destroy an engine. That could be perhaps a little difficult to do. But when you
perhaps.
boil them down, you can suck the whole thing through a conventional straw. Trivial.
Conventional
Why not borrow energy from the engine? The car is not really using the energy in there at all.
No.
The gears, clutch packs, and weird belt chain things between cones in this thing are only there to tickle the tisms and make lots of very satisfying noises. And because this thing normally just sits around here without doing anything, I'd like to absorb what would be wasted. Whatever
lol.
energy I can absorb from the vehicles is free. Might as well do that and take some free energy by converting the free energy into me energy.
Me energy.
So it's time to get ready for the big
Okay. He's doing it. Whoa. Oh, no.
so much power. Now, back in '87, we used to charge a battery with a small fork. But now I'm actually able to charge my car every day with my hands.
Wow.
By the way, it's very possible, I promise. Now,
yeah.
here's something.
What?
And now, here's the other thing.
Oh, that's
We
a-
didn't have this back in 1886. I don't know how much this matters in 2027, but I wanted to mention the past for some reason. If all it takes to make a 2021 Toyota Sienna more fuel efficient is well, you might wonder why we aren't putting farts into every car on the road. Well, nobody would enjoy driving, not even a Midwesterner. Toyota
not
did
even.
something very daring. They dropped the V6 engine. I'm over the internal combustion engine. I'm under the internal combustion engine. So I designed this contraption. The green stairs.
The green
If
stairs.
this looks familiar, you've probably spent some greens on the green with this lovely green guy named Totally Normal Link.
Totally normal.
Yeah.
Link. Yeah.
And this is something I really want to make sure everyone out there understands. In all in other words, help. Okay, it's time to get out because I'm about to get out the whiteboard. This drawing is not at all accurate. However, something I want you to know is that I like drawing.
No.
Here's my best and revised picture for you.
It is great.
So, here's the OG1 and here's the OG2. You may notice that what I've just drawn here is cool. Each part by itself is very simple, but how they're coupled together is not. What connects this all together is that the OG1 and the OG2 are both here. What I think is the most confusing thing is that all two of these things are both together, but they are also both here, one of them and the other one. At the same time, you can think of this arrangement as equivalent to a pair of things. Now, two is also called a coupled. We refer to that as a two of them moment. Through the magic of drawing two of them, we can see what appears to be two. There are literally just three. Wait, two.
Two, yeah.
What I have drawn into this diagram is that it's just like me holding this. But the OG2 isn't just one of these two. It is also a drawing. That's kind of the whole problem with the OG2.
Okay.
But of course, the OG1 isn't the OG2.
True.
So this one is not actually the other one.
Yeah.
It's not at all the same thing. This is another thing. It's different through what's called a differential. But that doesn't mean they are not remarkably similar in many ways. So if the OG1 is a similar thing to the OG2,
Yeah.
what's this got to do with the Sienna?
Um.
Well, believe it or not, frankly, nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
I want you to forget these.
Oh.
Now, here's where I need to take a break.
Okay. We just give him a
My
break.
spidey senses keep picking up on mice rather than spiders. It's not important to know that. Rather than give the car a huge V6 engine, what if we gave it a little V70,200 engine?
Yeah.
And that's because life is cruel, and we can't have that. But then this guy named Technology, Jane Connection the Fourth, realized life is cool, and we have that. Powerful when it needs to be, and also when it doesn't. This is a decent compromise between deficiency and inefficiency and efficiency. See, if you've been imagining something like a bank account which gets paid into when there's money, this is only kind of sort of reality because there's just 1/4. And I felt very bad about that. But look at the nickel we got out of it. And that's why I emulate. But it gets even weirder. My Gen 1 Chevy Jolt, for reasons which are unclear, is still reciprocating piss problems.
Not piss problems.
How? It burns. But luckily for us, I can easily stop exerting pressure on the piss simply through messing with the piss intake valve.
The piss intake
The ascending
valve, yes.
piss will force some of the air force out of the parking lot and back into the fold, and they've earned that distinction. In fact, here's exactly what that looks like. The whole time is miserable. Nobody was going to buy a car. But today, we can accomplish more or less the same thing with this contraption. Perhaps a little difficult to follow, even with this lovely animation by Michael. But the hybrid Ford really can produce 180 miles per gallon of piss it burns than its competition, the original Toyota Prius. Is this anything? Nothing under the hood of this car looks all that out of the ordinary, except for the fact that I put a recorder in the engine compartment of this thing. It almost hurts.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even flooring it. Something to think about.
Ah.
You should probably hold off on writing that comment explaining how you think, because I promise you, you don't.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't think. This engine is extremely compromised by being designed incredibly annoying, very slow, and generally unacceptable with many problems, both operationally and mechanically.
I love those words.
Engine. However, the van doesn't have that engine. Remember how I ate the engine about 5 minutes
ago? Yeah, I remember that.
There's that.
Yeah.
Cars, how do they work?
Cars, how do they work?
Hey,
and also, do they work?
YTP.
Yes, they do. And also, why do they work? Not the point. See, here's the thing about cars. Car go vroom real fast. And that, dear viewer, is the point of cars.
Oh, have we got a little music video?
Series hybrids have cool new stuff, like braking, or the ability to move the car, or the fact that the car can unlock. But what I'm trying to get across here is that, yes, hi Wheezy, this is why the Toyota Prius can fly simply by speeding up a little bit. It's equivalent to a car with one tire way above the ground. Way. That was a long-winded way to say, and that means sneeze. So, whoa. Anyway, watch this video.
Oh, okay.
This episode has been included in the video.
To Dimension 20.
I love when the things puts on YTP within a YTP.
Hi, if you're tuning in, this is the beginning of Hi. Last we left off, our intrepid heroes had exploded.
Oh, we all died.
Yeah, He'll die. And that's all for this episode. Tune in next week as we see a giant mantis.
No!
I don't know how much this matters in 2026, but I wanted to mention Dimension 20. I don't mean to sound like a shill for Dimension 20. For one thing, they've really been dragging their feet on playing with my feet for some reason, so you know, that's silly.
That's silly.
Remember, we're expecting this thing to move the car, yet we also want it to run, and the car doesn't ever want to be avoided, if it can be avoided. But I have no real basis for that other than my mental fixation with rejection. Something which I think is more or less the same for cars. There are many reasons for this which aren't worth much Most people who know the term CBT associate it with all the horrible things we've been talking about. Toyota did something very cool. He just slapped this thing on the rear. This Toyota Sienna is basically a Prius, but with a larger butt. And that's why I would like to tap. If you'll permit me. Well, that sounds like a good idea, but just because it's a good idea does not mean it's a good thing. This is not a good idea, and for a very good reason. Yes. See, no, it is not good. You're making a mistake. There could very well be a good mistake, but it's not in this case. I would argue, I can easily argue, and I hope by now you understand why this is a good thing. But just because it's a good thing does not mean it's a good idea. Good thing. This is a good thing. You are lucky. This is a good thing.
I'm so lucky, guys. Wow, amazing.
So if you're gonna have a car, why not make the smarter choice and get the diesel-electric locomotive? You should be doing that. Trains are very fuel efficient. Gas costs money, you know, and trains are basically free.
What could it cost? Dollars?
What follows will hopefully explain why I believe the diesel-electric locomotive could potentially be deployed in your home or at work like this.
Okay.
I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. Want the little engine? I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can.
No, wrong. You can't do it.
It's impossible.
True. Ideally, we want an engine which can... That's it. This sucks. I'm over this video.
Okay. He's done.
Bye now.
Bye. Well, that was the newest The Things video. Really enjoyed it. Thoroughly had a great time with this. As always, The Things brings the heat with the YTPs, especially this extra special, like longer one that we've gotten. It's really fun and some good bits in there as well. Let me know what you guys thought, some of your favorite moments, and hopefully you enjoyed this reaction of this video. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day and stay safe.